All right, second grade. Before we start the next part of our literacy lesson today, we're going to go over our two-way spellings, because that's kind of the trick to making sure we spell those words correctly, is remembering how we say them to spell them. All right, so let's start with the word people. How do we say people to spell it? All right, if you weren't sure, listen and then say it with me. People. Say that with me. People. One more time. People. Good. And now by yourself. Excellent. People. All right. How do we say love to spell it? Very good. If you weren't sure, listen and then say it with me. Love. All right. Say it with me. Love. Good. One more time. Love. And by yourself? Excellent. Love. All right. And our last one is the word friend. Class, how do we say the word friend to spell it? Excellent. We say fry-end. All right. So say that with me. Fry-end. Good. One more time. Fry-end. And now by yourself? Good. Fry-end. All right, class. Well, before we begin our new lesson today, I want us to review the two parts of speech that we already memorized, or that we've already talked about and reviewed from kindergarten. You would have learned about these, and first grade as well. So even though you might not have said parts of speech, we want to connect the words parts of speech to our other words. I wrote parts of speech up there so you could see it. So remember, parts of speech mean different jobs or different categories of words that we have in English. So the first one we talked about is something that is an action. I try and remember which part of speech is an action. So anything you can do with your body is going to be this part of speech. Does anyone remember the fancy name for an action word? All right, if you didn't remember it, I want you to say it with me now. That is a verb. All right, say that, verb. Good, one more time, verb. So a verb is an action or a state of being. So I'm going to write the word verb over here. A verb is what? Good, an action. So any kind of action is going to be a verb. Like one of my favorite actions, read. Or let's see, sleep is another fun one. Eat, play, run. All of these are verbs. All right, the other part of speech that we talked about is a noun. Oh, I should have had you come up with the word. That's all right, I'll put it up now. I want you to be thinking, what is a noun? Not specific nouns, but what do all nouns have in common? All right, we talked about this just the other day. A noun is a person or a place or a thing or an idea. Right, so a noun, so I like to say with my class last year, a noun is a person or a place or a thing. Anything you can touch or see with your eyes. All right, say that with me. A noun is a person or a place or a thing. Anything you can touch or see with your eyes. All right, so a noun is what? Good, a person. Good. A place or a thing. And we'll put idea as well. Person, place, thing. We're not going to have too many idea nouns this year. All right. It's really important that we know these. And also, class, I just reviewed this with my first graders. So I know you don't want the first graders to beat you. I think if they were listening, they know nouns and verbs pretty well, and we started making a list, splitting up some words. So don't let first grade beat you. We've got to learn what a noun is and what a verb is. All right. The reason that I wanted to review this is we are going to learn a new part of speech today. All right, and I wrote it out here with the syllables and markings so we can read it. Good. Our new part of speech is an adjective. An adjective is a word that describes a noun. And so to help us describe a noun, I'm going to go get a noun and bring it over here so we can look at it and come up with some words that would describe it. All right, this is my noun that I got. What is this noun? Let's see, we would probably say bottle, right? It's a bottle, something for holding something. All right, so I want you to look at this bottle and think, what is a word that we could use to describe it? So that means what it looks like, maybe what it feels like, what it tastes like, what it smells like, what it sounds like maybe. So not every noun you'll be able to have all of those, but anything where you're using your senses to describe a thing, that's going to be an adjective. So what's one adjective that I could use to describe my noun bottle? All right, nice. Earlier today, usually the first thing we noticed was the color, and we said it's pink. All right, so that would be a good adjective, the pink bottle. All right, some people notice that the size. This is a lot bigger than some water bottles. You can see it's bigger than my head. So this, what would we say it's, so we could say it's a pretty, do you think it's small? I think we could say the big bottle. Big would be our adjective describing our noun, bottle. Let's see, one student earlier today noticed, oh, look, it's metal. All right, so we could say the metal bottle as opposed to the plastic bottle or the glass bottle. Those would all be different adjectives that we could use to describe different kinds of bottles. Let's see. Also, there's a lot of water in it right now. It kind of weighs a lot, so we could say the heavy bottle. Right now, there's a lot of water in it, so we could say it's the full bottle. But if I drank all the water down, then what adjective could we use to describe it? Good, the empty bottle. So any word just one word that you use that describes a noun, it would be an adjective. All right, so an adjective describes a noun. And we talked in class today about 4 different questions an adjective can answer. It can answer the question, what kind? So if I said pink bottle, pink would be answering the question, what kind? So would metal, right? Let's see, it also says, which one? What kind, which one? So I had a water bottle, but lots of students had water bottles too, and I said, this water bottle, this bottle. That would answer the question, which one? Which one? Right. It can also answer the question, how many? So whenever you're saying that there's a certain number of something, that number is going to be an adjective, right? So if I said 1 bottle, 1 would be an adjective, but if I had 3 and I said 3 bottles, 3 would be our adjective there as well. So how many? And the last question that our adjectives can answer is whose. All right, so this, I could say my bottle. Or you might say Mrs. Noah's bottle. I could say it's her bottle. It's their bottle. Maybe they share a water bottle sometimes. So these are the 4 questions. All our adjectives would answer one of these questions. So all the description words answer one of these questions. What kind? Which one? How many? Or whose? All right, so earlier today we were talking about our noun. Remember, adjective describes a noun. Our noun was dog. And we're talking about different words that we could use to describe a dog. All right, so I'm going to try putting in a picture of a dog at the end of this video, and I want you to tell me what's an adjective that we could use to describe that noun, dog. All right, nice job. Class, let's review the parts of speech we know. What is a word for an action? Good, a verb. What part of speech is a person, place, a thing, or an idea? Good, it's a noun. And what kind of word describes a noun? Nice job if you said adjective. An adjective describes a noun. All right, class, I'll see you later.